am I overreacting about my nanny family having during the day? Hi everyone, I'm a full-time nanny for a stay-at-home mom with an 8-month-old baby. The baby is honestly perfect. So sweet and happy, naps great. I've been with the family for about 7 months now. The mom and dad are both amazing employers. They're super nice to me. The mom gets me Starbucks and acai bowls, even makes me lunch sometimes. I make about $32 an hour with great benefits in the MCOL area. So overall, this is a dream job. Here's my only issue. I'm pretty sure the parents are having during the dad's lunch break. Maybe every day or every other day. They go into their room and I never see anything inappropriate, but sometimes I hear what I think might be the bed moving. It's not loud or anything, just enough to make me realize what's going on. Afterward, her hair is messy, clothes changed, that kind of thing. Today, I asked the mom what she was up to when she came out of the room, and she didn't really say much. I kind of jokingly said, "Oh, were you napping?" And she got a little red and awkward. That pretty much confirmed it for me. I know they're married adults and it's their house, but it still makes me feel a little uncomfortable since I'm there taking care of their baby. They're not being disrespectful or obvious, but it just feels weird. Would it be totally out of line to ask them not to do that while I'm working? Or am I overreacting and should just let it go? They really are such a great family and I don't want to make things awkward if it's just me being overly sensitive. What would you do? I low-key am like, girl, suck it up, bro. Like, did you never go to college? Listen, I'm not gonna get into details, but me and my roommate my junior year had a thin piece of wood separating our rooms, okay? I know that no amount of that I could ever hear in a legitimate household will ever compare to the awful things I heard while living with that thin piece of wood between me and my roommate's room, okay? If they were being ungodly loud, I would be like, yeah, maybe this is worth bringing up because that's a little weird. But if you can just hear the bed shaking sometimes, don't go past their room. You know the drill, dog. I don't know. Me personally, I'm like, this is their house. They're not being obnoxious about it. They're trying to be sneaky, but clearly not sneaky enough. Maybe you could bring that up. Maybe you could just be like, hey, every once in a while, I hear this thing. You guys might want to pull your bed just a little bit off the wall. But like, girl, let's think about this. They might be making another baby for you to take care of to further employ you as a nanny. Why are we complaining about job security? You should be cheering them on. You should be giving them extra sessions. Me personally, bro, I don't think this is a huge deal. Maybe if you're comfortable with the mom, just like bring up like, hey, sometimes I hear something, you know, just maybe something to think about, but I don't think it's a big deal. I think for $32 with a great benefit, with a great kid and a great family, just put in some noise canceling headphones every once in a while. Get really into podcasts. Throw mine on there. Search Starby on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, baby. I wonder if anyone's ever had while listening to my podcast. It's probably happened, right? I'm probably like, am I the a-hole for blah, 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 and someone's just like meanwhile getting their cheeks clapped. That's some crazy shit. I never thought about that. That's wild. Are we all on the same page though? Like 100%? Like this girl is steak too juicy, lobster too buttery. Are we all on the same page? I feel like we are. Cool. All right, let's see what Reddit's saying. All right, guys, we got tons of relevant comments here. Okay, this person says you are overreacting. I don't think you should make comments to them about what they are doing behind closed doors. I personally feel you should not ask them not to do that. You're overstepping and making it an issue. You said they aren't loud nor making it obvious. Adults do adult things. OP said, but I'm working. You don't think it's disrespectful to while someone's taking care of your kids under your roof? It's making me uncomfortable. They both go in the bedroom and come out messy hair and smiley. It makes me feel weird. Bro, just say you don't get your nut. Just say it. You don't want other people to get their nut. This is so funny to me, y'all. Like, having been in college, this is so silly to me. I've literally been kicked out of my own room so that my roommate can get their nut. Believe me, OP, there are worse things than having to just put in noise-canceling headphones while you have a whole house to yourself because one bedroom is being used for fornication. Please tell me somebody is going to point out to her like, hey, this is job security. Here's just another person being like, good for them. OP said it's very awkward. They both come down smiling and happy and in a good mood. Like, guys, I know what you just did. You just had you know they just had oh my god, call the police. Wing wing wing. Donald Trump, please issue martial law. My employers are having on their own free time. Like, shut the up. Do we know how old OP is? We do not know how old OP is, I guess. We were never given those ages. I mean, she's got to be like a young adult, right? Someone said then quit. OP said this is a super good paying job. The parents are beyond nice. This is the only flaw. I still think maybe I should mention it and maybe they'll stop during my work day. Always trying to ruin someone else's nut, bro. Why are you concerned about your employer's lives and their comings and goings in their own home? Read a book, rearrange the diaper holder, literally anything other than making your employers embarrassed in their house they own. OP said it's weird because, like, she's so giddy after having had sex. Yeah, dog. Have you ever had sex? Pretty great. Good. Will put you in a good mood. Which also, by the way, chat, that only benefits OP. Hey man, talk to one person who has to deal with a boss who is always in a bad mood, and I promise you, your situation is 80 times better than theirs. Like, homegirl is getting her nut. She's in bliss and happiness. That's when you ask her for a raise. Like I said, y'all, steak too juicy, lobster too buttery. What? Hold on. OP added a similar comment. I think it's weird for adults to be having every day or every other day. There's other ways to support a relationship. Okay. Chat, is OP asexual? She might be. Or I guess we actually don't even have genders on this too. This could be a dude. But either way, bro, like, get over it. People are gonna have... I can't believe this, man. I think it's weird for adults to be having sex every day. So you think it's weird for a couple to be so attracted to each other that they want to have sex every day? Like, what do you mean? That's a healthy relationship. That means the gears are turning in the relationship. Everything's going hunky-dory. Concentrate on your job, which is the baby, not what the parents are doing. OP replied, the baby is napping at this time usually. Okay, then find something else to do. Okay, this is the only person saying I personally would feel like they shouldn't be having while I'm at work, but I also wouldn't say anything. It's their home. I feel weird about it too, but because it's their home, your hands are tied. OP said, I guess I shouldn't have said anything. I'm shocked how many people would be fine with them while you're at their house. Yeah, dude, it's their... I'm so sorry, man. I just think, like, you hear people having... You just think, good for you. I'm gonna go somewhere where I can't hear that. How old is OP? I'm 28 years old and I've been a nanny for a decade. 28 years old, acting this immature about people having... It's like, come on, dude. I would be so real. If I have kids and I hire a nanny and me and my wife are like, hey, yo, you trying to? Like, don't get me wrong. We're gonna be quiet. We're gonna try to be private about it. But also, this is my house. In my house, I have what I want. If I employ you and pay you in that scenario, you have a problem with it. Like, go on the other side of the house, bro. Me personally, damn, a lot of you guys are surmising that OP wants to bang the husband. I don't know, maybe. Or the wife. We got to keep in mind, y'all, this could very well be a man. We don't know yet. But either way, man or a woman, this is like, I don't think this is the correct behavior. OP may be super religious. I feel like that's not an excuse, though. They're married. Oh, I'm sorry, wee woo, you're religious. That doesn't mean you can police how married people have sex in their own house. Update that Friday morning, I told my MB I wanted to talk during the baby's nap. Okay, I'm guessing this is just like the mother employer or whatever. And she said, okay. I brought up how uncomfortable I felt about what I thought was going on and mentioned how I could sometimes hear or notice things that made me think they were having sex while I was there. I told her it made me uncomfortable, and that's when everything went downhill. She was very direct with me. She said my only job was to take care of the baby, not worry about what she and her husband were doing. She told me if I had downtime, I could watch TV or read a book. I told her it just seemed weird that she'd come out with messy hair or different clothes, and she explained that sometimes they do workout videos in their room, sometimes it's cuddling, and sometimes it's her just napping. She said whatever happens in her bedroom is none of my business. After that, things got really quiet. She wasn't mean, but I could tell she was uncomfortable and hurt. Then she told me I could go home for the day, and I just knew that meant I was done. Later, she texted saying they were going to move in another direction, and that was it. I feel horrible. I know I crossed a boundary, and I regret bringing it up so much. I miss them terribly. The money was amazing. I still don't know what MB stands for, bro. My MB was so kind, and their baby was absolutely perfect. I really wish I could fix this and somehow get my job back. How do I get my job back? You done up, AA Ron? How do I get my job back? You wouldn't have had this problem if you just listened to what the Reddit comments were saying. Like, this is a perfect example of like, hey, I go online. I ask for advice. Everyone give me advice. I listen to opposite of advice. Oh no, consequences of my actions. How do I fix this? You don't. Just next time when people give you good advice, listen to them. It's so crazy to me, man. If they have and you don't like it, go somewhere else. Like, let homegirl get her nut. Oh my god, wait, there's another update. This shit's juicy, bro. Y'all think she's gonna go back and beg for her job? Relevant comments. First comment, you're allowed to feel disappointed that you messed up, but you need to understand that this was your fault and it's your job to take consequences. OOP replied to that saying, I regret it now. I'm hoping they can forgive me, but everything else pays like $22 to $23. They were giving me $32 and so nice. I'm realizing I messed up. Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Another person said, you need to let the idea of forgiveness go. You are only hurting yourself by hanging on. The job is a loss, end of story. You will find something new. Next time, if you love a job so much, don't jeopardize it. OP replied, you don't think it's worth a try? They are Christian and believe in God. Christians believe in forgiveness. Bro, it's gonna happen. They're gonna say that. They're gonna be like, surely you're a Christian, so you must forgive me. I guarantee that's what's about to happen. Some advice OOP was given. I am getting messages saying I should file a police report for sexual harassment in the workplace. Okay, first off, that's their home. Second, I can't wait for you to try to prove this in court. Oh, wee woo. I heard them having sex. Where's the evidence? Honestly, y'all, this might be a hot take. I feel like OP is harassing them more than they're harassing OP. Like, she's the one who's going out of her way to clock when and where these people are having sex, rather than just minding her own business in their house. Versus them, they're trying to keep this on the DL. They're closing the door. They're probably locking the door. They're keeping it quiet. The only thing she can hear is squeaking from a bed. I think they have a better case against OP. Somebody replied to that comment saying, dude, do not do that. I saw that comment and the person is insane. You do not have a case. Also, what do you want here? You either want your job back or you want them in trouble? You think they'll give you your job back if you call the police on them? Also, I don't know how the nanny world is, but if I fired somebody for pressing me about having in my own home, and then they tried to file a harassment claim against me, I would destroy them on every nanny job board possible. I'd be like, don't hire this loser. They will complain about you having in your own house, and then further try to claim harassment. Final update. They added to the title, I lost my unicorn family. I sent a text message to my MB on Sunday morning, and she responded this morning saying she forgives me and that she hopes I take this as a learning experience, but they will not hire me back. I miss her so much. She said she talked to her husband about everything, and they decided to give me a month's pay until I find a new job. I honestly didn't expect that. It was really kind of them, even after everything that happened. I miss my unicorn family so much. I was completely in the wrong, and I take full responsibility for that. I know I hurt people who trusted me, and that's something I have to live with and learn from. I will not be filing any sexual harassment report. The people who were telling me to do that were not giving me good advice, and I will be keeping my distance from them from now on. Rare OPW. Finally, bro is listening to the advice that people are giving them. I miss my nanny baby so much. I can't believe I won't be going back. It breaks my heart because they were such a big part of my life. I keep replaying everything in my head and wondering if there's anything I could say or do to make things right. I know trust once broken is hard to fix, but I wish I could show them how much I've grown and how truly sorry I am. I'm trying to find a new job now, and honestly, everyone's been so rude. It's been really hard. I can't believe my old employer still paid me $5,200 after letting me go. That was so generous of them. I really didn't deserve it after everything that happened. To be honest, maybe part of the problem was that I was a little jealous of her. She's a stay-at-home mom, beautiful, only 28, rich, has this gorgeous home, and her husband are truly happy. She's such a good mom, and it just felt like she had this perfect life, her dream life, and I'm at the same age, and I think that it made me feel small in ways I didn't even realize at the time. I hate admitting that, but it's true. At least she's jealous of, like, the life not that she wants to get with a husband or something like that. And you know what? I'm glad OP is finally self-aware. Would it have been nice if you were way more self-aware earlier on? Yes. Should you go to therapy and try to talk this out so that you're more self-aware in the future? Yes. But you know what? We got there. Character growth. We always got to be supportive of positive character growth, I feel like, you know? Now I just feel so lost. I miss them so much. I keep wishing I could go back and do things differently. I know I can't, but I still hope one day I can find a family even half as good as them. I don't know if I should try reaching out again down the road. No, don't. Or just accept that it's over and move on. Part of me wants to hold on to hope, but part of me knows I need to respect their decision. Any advice on what I can do to maybe get them back, or should I just leave it and start fresh? I'm really debating and feel lost about what the right thing to do is. Learn from my mistakes, guys. Don't leave a good family. Let everything go. Don't let jealousy or pride get in the way of something real. Some things just aren't worth losing the people who truly care about you. Appreciate what you have before it's gone. Listen, I'm glad she got there. She really around and for real found out, like, pretty hard. Damn. Yeah, bro. $5,200 a month? Bro, you can have in any room at any noise level, you know? It really is as simple as, like, use those $5,200 to buy a pair of noise-canceling headphones if it's really bugging you that bad.